Hey guys, Ava here, and today I'm back with another episode of the podcast with Bailey here.
Yeah. See how like how he treats me. Actually, yeah, that's how I feel whenever you freaking assault me. Yes, that's better. I'm like stick and bones. I'll break. All right, so in this episode,
yeah, we're starting off
with episode. What was it? Because I don't know the way you listed them. Even though what it says there, like...
It was like... Probably episode 5 in this.
Alright.
What?
Because this goes back to... When was it?
This goes back to another bunch of episodes.
But from a different point of view.
Yeah, it's a different point of view.
Yeah. Alright.
Although, the first 2 episodes of this... even further back in time.
So they're kind of like
a year before.
Like prequels, and then when we get towards the last episode, it sort of begins to sync up.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got episode 5, yes?
Yeah.
Am I addressing? Alright, so Granny, this is the granny of the twins. Oreo. Yeah, so she's tied in the corner, and I thought it was Mion at first, but no, it's like Shion.
Yeah, it gets confusing.
Yeah.
Considering they're twins.
Yeah. And so she's dragging her she drags an unconscious Mion to a not so happy place which we know.
We do know we do know what it is.
Yeah. And then this, because it doesn't let you know, this is actually leads into a flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah, which like it doesn't tell you at all, and there's no like whoosh or anything like that. No indication. You just think it's like happening afterwards. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So when I was writing the notes, I got confused. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing a flashback.
Yeah, this, like, the first 2 episodes are a whole... Well, actually, the whole thing's like a flashback almost.
Yeah. No, but it's like immediately after, because it's like when Shion's dragging an unconscious Mion, it's the present. Then in the next scene, we see the past, and what happens there is she's leaving this school.
Yeah, she climbs over the wall to get out of the school.
Yeah, but the way they position it, you think like she's attacked the granny and Mion and then is sneaking out. So that's why I was like so confused. And I had to like go back and watch the episode again. It's like, oh, okay, we're doing flashback.
But yeah, it's because they're both, like, 2 girls are twins.
Yeah, it's just a flashback part that confused me.
They both can't be hairs.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Yes.
So one of them does have to leave.
Yeah. So so she gets into a car. This is Shion. After she climbs over this wall, which we're in the flashback now, and during the drive, we learn more about her past. And so she and Mion, as we've said, are identical twins. But she was born second, right? So it was Mion first, and then Shion.
I think so.
Yeah, and so
it's not like you put them both out at the same time.
Yeah, and I think it mentioned like if it's twins, the one that came out covered in blood was the one that was meant to be sent away. So I don't know if Shion was like born first and then it was Mion, you know, but it just said like the one that was born with blood.
It's supposed to be the one you kill.
Yeah, and then it was so Granny Sonozaki was supposed to strangle Shion.
But
like in that scene in the butterfly effect, have you seen that?
Ashton Kutcher's version?
Yeah. No, there's 2 versions, and this other cut is he travels back in time like to so he can't ruin his friends and his girlfriend's lives because everything he's doing is screwing it up.
Yeah.
And he travels back to when he's a baby in the fetus
and kills himself.
Yeah, umbilical cord just. That's so disturbing.
I think that's the version I saw, actually.
Yeah, and that's kind of as messed up as it is the better version. But anyways...
the better ending.
Yeah, but Granny didn't go through with it, and Shion's existence was kept a secret. She gets into contact with Mion, and the 2 catch up. This is where I was
confused. There's like Shion's at, like, her guard's house.
Yeah, and you see, like, when he's cooking, he's wearing an apron. He's got like this suit on, but he's still wearing an apron.
Yeah, he's like chef mode.
Yeah, like
it's like a Ren from Ruby.
Yeah, or was it? I think they did like did that in what was it? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Was it? Or I might be confusing it with another anime.
I remember a
one
moment
of them
from
wearing
Ruby where like Ren is like he's got his whole like battle outfit on, but then he's got an apron on.
Yeah, but that's like in the later series. I haven't seen them.
No, that's season 1.
I gotta watch it all. But that's what we should do. We should like set up a Patreon and just do, or like a Twitter thing, and just do like a Ruby binge watch.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. So Shion catches up with Mion, and after she gets in contact with her, and to get around more, Shion pretends to be Mion.
Yeah.
And the uncle who runs that Angel Mont place.
Yeah.
He's like, sure, I can pretend that you're...
Angel Mort, I think it is.
Angel Mort? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I can pretend you're Mion, because hardly anyone knows. It's a really good secret. Like, it even fooled me.
Yeah.
When we watched it, I was like... Because I didn't know if maybe the curse was making her crazy or not. But then when you find out, like, she has a... Or if it was like... She was pretending to like him, but, like, she didn't want to admit it, so she created a fake... like personality,
yeah.
You know? And I was like, oh, what's
sounds
this?
familiar.
Yeah. Okay, and so Shion and the uncle talk about this spooky, scary curse and how it's happened 3 times in a row.
Well, we know this curse.
Yeah, we don't really need to get into all of that.
It's basically like the deaths of many people and the disappearance of others.
Yeah. So Mion and Shion meet in a public library to discuss the curse, and oh my god, Shion's disguise is horrible.
Yeah.
It's just a hat.
It's like
when the yeah.
It's like
just, and I thought that was Mion at the time wearing the hat, because Shion was out in public, and it's like they're literally like their backs are to each other. Like, just imagine our backs together, and they're just sitting at the table. It's like, what?
Like it's like the fugitives like mentality. Wear a hat, you're not recognizable.
Yeah, it's like dye your hair, like, at least, you know.
Well, their hair's already green.
Yeah, it's just...
So if they did anything, like, what color would they go for?
I have no idea.
They would have to add red to make it brown.
Yeah, they have to do something. But anyways, they discussed that when the dam was being built, like, this is when the Hizanawa, is it called?
Hinamizawa.
When the city or the town or whatever it is.
It's a village.
Yeah.
It's basically just a village.
So when that was being built, there was a couple whose last name's Hojo. They accepted. Mm-hmm. And they were deemed as evil as Adolf you-know-who. And the villagers were throwing rocks at them. It's like they had the plague. And so the villagers attacked them. They had to run, and only one person stood up for them, and it was a priest at the village.
Yeah.
And it's like, Judas, you're a Judas.
An interesting detail in this that we haven't really just mentioned is the fact that they only say 3 times, and not 4.
What's the 4th time hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to bring that back up.
Yeah.
Because it's like... It's like a little hint of like...
It's a flashback.
Yeah, we're not in present day of the show.
Yeah.
We're in the year before.
Yeah.
Because it happens every year.
Yeah. Alright, so the 2 leave the library, then talk again in the afternoon over the phone. After they are done, Shion goes and gets 4 bags of groceries. One of them tears on a bike, causing the groceries to spill out. In anger, she kicks the bike, causing it to fall on the other 2. Then the owners aren't happy and confront Shion. You were telling me who was it that had like that Germany symbol?
One of them had... When they're angry at Satoshi, you get a very clear shot of it.
Because I don't remember that at all.
It's weird. Like they're all like staring at...
I guess it's because one guy had like hair, like a male appendage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like... but one had like nuts... I don't think I can say that word.
Yeah.
Yeah. The symbol for Adolf.
Yeah.
On his head. Yeah. As a haircut.
Yeah. And so the owners aren't happy, and Shion's just playing coy with them, and she's about to tase them when a boy interferes. And he gets headbutted thrice. You know what I mean by thrice?
3 times, yeah.
It's like...
God. I think by just the one guy, isn't it?
No, they all headbutt him.
Really?
Yeah, it's like...
They all get... It's like the old triple headbutt.
Yeah. I don't know if it's all at one... Was it all... It was either all at once or separately. But it's 3 times it gets headbutted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my favourite headbutt is from Rosario Vampire. In the manga. And it's just like, the main character. He just delivers a massive headbutt. It's so good. Yeah. So anyways, the police then get involved and the bikers run off. And the boy confuses Shion with Mion, and he pats her head, and
like this,
like a doggy. He's like, yeah, that's a good girl. And so his name is Satoshi-kun.
You gonna do it to my?
You want me to? He's a good girl. Alright, so Mion tells Shion about
not me at all.
Satoshi-kun. Okay, and we learn he is the brother of Satoku, a girl who goes to school.
Satoko.
Yeah, and he
not
is
Satoku.
Satoko.
Like, your pronunciation was
like,
such a butchering of that name.
Sudoku, you know, Sudoku, Satoko, and
but yeah,
is it how do I say it? Satoko. Satoko. Okay. And he is, I don't know why autocorrect changed that to Sun SUN.
Well, if you right click on it right now, it'll change it back.
Well, we're already into it anyway.
Yeah.
So he is the SON of the Hojo family. Shion doesn't care.
Are you sure it's not the SUN?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. The sun god. So
He's the sun. He's the one that gives him life.
But I am the sun and the moon. The world revolves around me. So Shion doesn't care about Satoko and wants to know...
Satoko.
Does not care about Satoko and wants to know more about Satoshi.
Yeah, it's like the pronunciation of the letters. It's like Satoko.
Satoko or Satoko?
Satoko.
Satoko. Alright, so the next day, Shion is the baseball manager, because it's normally Mion, but she's covering.
Yeah, we learn more about...
Satoko.
And
like that ad, you know, ad? Satoko.
Yeah.
Okay, and how his aunt's a total B word to Satoko.
Female dog? She's a female dog, huh?
Yeah. How come you can call dogs bitches and not bitches dogs?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So the next day, Satoshi did... Bless me.
Bless you.
Yes, oh no, it's a curse. So Satoshi...
Oh no, it's the sneezing curse.
Yeah. So Satoshi didn't show up for baseball. After school, she's walking her bike home when Renner appears, and the two walk together. Now, I deliberately... there's this part that I left out, which I'm going to address when we cover...
Should we address it now?
The last episode. It mentions... Oishiro's curse.
Yeah.
But
I think she does go a little bit loopy.
Yeah, she gets like a little bit loopy, like her eyes haze over.
Like she goes into a manic laugh.
Like she's had some Molly.
Like she goes into a manic laugh, doesn't she?
Yeah. But that's covered again in the last episode for this video, so that's why I left it out.
Anyway, yeah, so Rena brings up Sataka, which irks Shion. And, well, to make a very long conversation into a short bit for this.
Yeah, she like beats the ever loving crap out of
crap is fun to say. Crap is fun to say on YouTube, actually.
Like, she beats the crap out of Satoko.
She punches her, kicks her down.
She's like crying.
She, like, picks up a chair. He goes to smash her down with a chair.
Yeah, like, and everyone thinks that Mion did it now. It's like Shion's trying to shift the blame. It wasn't me. Yeah, and then she's like, if Satoshi didn't look at me with those lustful eyes that caused Moses to part the Red Sea, I wouldn't have done what I did.
Does she actually say that?
No, she doesn't. I just added that for dramatic effect. But she eventually says, if he didn't look at me with those eyes, then I wouldn't have done what I did. I just added the extra stuff for dramatic effect. And with Moses, you know how the world gets flooded?
Yeah.
It's actually a nation flood, not a worldwide flood.
Oh.
I learned that a little while ago.
Huh. A giant bowl, basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like, I think it was just like, it wasn't like the Middle East or anything, it was just like America and that, just the big countries. But the other ones were left unharmed.
America can say they got flooded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe, I wonder if Donald Trump's wall held the water.
Well, I wonder how that ark stayed afloat, because Noah had to bring one of every animal. What about wood?
No, two.
Yeah, two. One male, one female.
Male, one female.
But then what about the woodpeckers? They'd be like pecking at the... And then you got the beavers. But yeah, but they're all asleep.
There, you get the food storage.
So essentially, like, have to get back on this, but essentially all animals in the world and all humans, like, according to the Bible, we're all basically, like,
incest.
Related. Yeah, we're all incest.
It's all incest.
Yeah. Like Japan, incest is incest.
Anyway,
the next episode 6.
Yeah, Shion gets a call from Eon. He tells her she got a call from Satoshi, who wants to apologize for what happened yesterday. It's like,
the guy whose sister got beat is apologizing to you, the beater.
What? That does not make any logical sense. Why is the victim apologizing to the bully?
Yeah.
It's like,
did Shion knock some sense into her? I don't know. Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
But yeah, Mion thinks it's best if Shion talks to him. So Shion gives Satoshi a call, which is fair because she is the one that did the beating.
Yeah, it's like...
So yeah, Shion says her apology, but Satoshi is like, nah, it's not your fault. It's the people who blame him and his sister up to a certain point. And it's like, Shion isn't one of them. Although he says Mion.
It's like,
he means Mion.
Because when I was watching it, I was thinking, you know, what's that movie with, Hugh Jackman and, what's his name from the Batman trilogy? Christian Bale. That magic thing?
What?
It's basically a magic show, and Hugh Jackman's character
The Prestige.
Yeah, The Prestige. That's it. You've seen it?
No.
So basically, what it is because that's what I was thinking with this. So, like, Christian Bale's character is like successful magician, and Hugh Jackman's character is jealous, and he discovers a way by using a machine, he can create clones of himself. And so that's how he does, like, appears from one place to another.
Yeah.
And so when the clone appears, then afterwards he kills the clone.
Yeah.
And then at the end, something happens, and the rival magician, he ends up dying. But then, towards the end, Hugh Jackman gets shot by the rival magician. But it turns out the rival magicians, they were twins, pretending to be one person.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a clone, they were twins. Unlike Hugh Jackman, who was using clones to stage a thing. And so... the wife, because the twins were both with the wife, she kept thinking like he must be bipolar or something because it's got these two different personalities. Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking with these people, like seeing Mion and Shion, if they've ever decide to like, if Shion's like, okay, I'm just gonna stay home for a bit, then Mion takes her place, people are gonna think like, she got like split personality or something, like bipolar disorder. And she's going crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
that
so
witch
Satoshi
needs to be medicated.
Huh?
So that witch needs to be medicated. People are probably thinking. Alright, where are we?
Anyway, so Satoshi plans on quitting his job, but his next payment will get him to whatever his goal is. It's like, why do you say mistake?
Okay, because it says so he blames so he quits his job, but says his next payment will get him to his goal, which I think it's either a mistake if he quits his job or if it's back pay.
I think what it is that once he gets his next pay, he quits.
Okay, I must have been misread it then.
Either that, or
back
he's
pay.
done enough hours.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, well, I got to pay you for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Satoshi has plans, he wants Shion to take Satoko to the Con-Drifting Festival.
Yeah, I was like, why would you want her to go with your sister?
And
it's like, why? And she does. She goes with her, and it's like, how can you be so happy?
How?
Like, no, she's not happy, but it's like, how can you be comfortable around the woman that beat the crap out of you? You know what I mean?
I think what it is because they're friends already.
How do you get friends from like a beating?
No, from before beating. I think what it is because the games club.
Because the game stuff.
Because the games club is Mion, Rika, Satoko.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused with the
Rena.
flashback. Because I don't know, were they friends before or after Shion beat her?
I think they were already friends, like Mion and all them, but Shion wasn't aware of that.
Okay, yeah. Because I was just like confused. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It's like that movie Memoirs, and the whole movie you watch it backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy. but it actually makes sense for the plot.
Okay.
When you watch it.
In reverse. Or
Yes.
Like if you watch it forward, does it make sense?
No, it makes sense if you watch it forward too. But if you watch it backwards, it's like you get a better understanding. It's like, oh, because I think it's like everything that's happened in the past is like in black and white.
Yeah.
And everything in the present is color.
Okay.
And so it's like that. It's a pretty interesting movie. But anyway, so they go to the Cotton Drifting Festival. And Satoshi can't. He has plans. And before the conversation ends, Satoshi asks if Shion believes in Oyashiro's curse.
Which is an odd thing to bring up because Rena brought it up.
Yeah.
In the previous episode.
Yeah. So the next day we see Satoshi walking up a path where he grabs a baseball bat. He lures his aunt to the woods where he says there's a cabinet or wardrobe. I don't know which one it is.
But he's we could sell this for money. We can make some money from this.
Yeah, and
obviously, like, he does this as a distraction, and he gives her the old...
Yeah, and it's, like, so bad, the police can't ID her from the face. Which reminds me of, best example would be, because you don't see, they show the body, but you can't really see the head. That's how bad it is. And it reminds me of, Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 3. Where the guy Kenny just uses a crowbar on the guy Carver and all the face in front of here. The head's still there, but it's like whole face is bashed in.
Ooh.
Or you could even go a step further with the New Frontier episode. Be episode 3 because the first episode is broken up into 2 parts, but I consider parts 1 episode, so it'd be episode 2. And you just get the option to beat a guy with a baseball bat, and it's like just like all bashed in. So it's like. Those are 2 examples, like, to me, this reminded me of.
Although he's bashed her on the back of the head first.
Yeah, so...
I would love it if someone was able to hit someone's head off with a baseball bat.
Yeah,
that'd be a cool kill.
What was that anime where the girl, whenever she gets, like, shy or embarrassed, she gets out this club and kills the guy and then brings him back to life?
You can get a Nichiju.
No, not Nichiju. It was this one, she's got a club with spikes and she kills the guy. It's like, oh no, heal!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'll have to see if I can
don't think it's an anime I've seen yet.
I have to find. Alright, so at the Cotton Drift Festival, Shion, Rena, and Rika are all walking around with Satoko slumping behind them. Rika slows down to talk and cheer Satoko up, who isn't in the mood.
Yeah, and Rika's like, will you smile if all the things bothering you end today?
Yeah, and sorry, that was
like Satoko's the one that gets confused, not Rika, because Rika's the one saying the sentence.
Unless it was a demon, she's talking to herself, and it's like
what?
Yeah, but Satoko is the one who's confused.
Yeah, who doesn't know? Like she doesn't know what her brother's doing.
Clearly,
apparently,
Rika does.
Rika does. No, I said Rena. But apparently Rika does. And I'm pretty sure it's because she knows everything.
Yeah.
Like...
So a guy called Makino runs to an old man in the festival, telling him what he discovered in the woods. The 2 guys go and see Shion's grandmother, who tells them what happened 3 times will happen a 4th.
Yeah, and as you brought up earlier, they couldn't ID the aunt because, like, her head was basically a pulp.
Yeah. And Oishi, the police investigator, mentions to one of the men on the scene that the chief warned him this investigation may be kept secret. And the next day, Satoshi is standing outside the store, and he's looking at a bear, and he this is what he's saving up for to get Satoko for her birthday. And he's worried it might get sold before he can get paid. And so he walks by the store and checks every day, and
so like
and
she like pulls him into the store. And
yeah,
like,
she sneaks up on him, and it's like, why did you just put it on layaway or reserve? And he's like, you can do that?
Yeah, it's like, how can you go through life not knowing?
It's like that scene from Naked Gun 3 where they're all like, his face palm.
Are you sure that was 3 or 3 and
Yeah.
like 33 and the third?
Yeah, it was like it was the third movie.
Yeah, that was 33 and the third.
33 third, yeah. That's love. God, such a great comedy actor.
Anyway, Oishi shows up a short while later, wanting to question Satoshi about his whereabouts during the Con Drifting Festival, and Shion tells Oishi that she and Satoshi were talking at the Angel Mort.
Is it MORT or MORTE?
I'm pretty sure you got it right. It's either with an E or without an E. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'll probably have the notes right.
Yeah.
But Oishi doesn't believe her, as she was seen at the festival. Shion then decides to drop the ball and reveal that she's Shion.
And it's like,
and not Mion. It's like, why reveal that?
You are short as you is stupid. And so then he doesn't believe her at first. It's because no one knows that Mion has a twin.
Yeah.
That's how good of a secret was kept. And she's like, I can get her on the phone as proof.
And then Shion apologizes to Satoshi for the lies.
Yeah.
But he's accepting of it so quick. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been interesting if, like, he brought up, I thought there was something different. Like, I couldn't place why you were acting so weird. You know what I mean? So, they have to both go to the police station still, and they're interrogated separately. And after being questioned, she's picked up by the apron-wearing limo driver, or whatever it was.
Take him to the underground tool shrine on the grounds.
Yeah, like the bunker, essentially.
Yeah.
And so
Mion escorts her where their grandmother has a few other people sitting there. They're all just sitting there and very polite.
Yeah.
Ready to watch some torture.
Yeah, and it's like, how dare you have conversations with the boy of the corrupt blood, basically because his ancestor was the guy that defended.
Yeah.
Was his ancestor the priest or the couple that
the couple that supported the dam?
Yeah.
Being built.
Okay, yeah. And
anyway, Shion is just like, nah, screw this. I love that boy, and I don't care how it ruins our family.
Because, like, she's living at another school, so really family honor doesn't matter to her.
Yeah, she was kicked out. Like Oya kicked her out, and now because she's...
It's like, oh, now you care about the family honor. Because it'd be easier to get away with, like, if they weren't twins, then she could have her own life. You know what I mean? But because they're twins, like, even if they were fraternal twins, because is it fraternal where they're twins but they don't look alike?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because they're identical twins, it's like, she can't really have her life.
Anyway,
unless she moves far away.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Mion tells Shion she has to apologize to Granny. Otherwise, something bad will happen to Kasai, who is the butler, like the
apron butler, and Uncle Yoshiro from Angel Mort.
Yeah, who are in the next room.
Yeah.
And to apologize, Shion must use a device that will rip out free of everything else. Oh my gosh.
Because I know I used to do that as a kid.
What?
I know, because I used to see how that finger there.
Yeah.
That one, it doesn't grow properly, like, compared to that now, because I used to... Basically, what you do is, like, you know when you pick like that, and you kind of get that little loose skin?
Yeah.
I kind of pull it down, and then it's just, like, kind of just... Like, get rid of it. And then there'd be a little hole, and I don't know why. As a kid, I used to pick at the hole.
Oh.
And then I kind of ripped the nail, and then there'd be... Because I know what would have happened, how it would have worked, because it's always happened to me. When that part of the nail got ripped, like, you'd still have the top nail there. but that part, then an infection would grow there.
Yeah.
And after like a week, and it smelled like wet dog. It was quite bad. And after a week or two, the infection would start to settle down, and then and a new nail would have already grown. But I still have the old nail, so I'd kind of have to keep just picking up wood, getting rid of that old nail, so there's room for the new nail. So I know, like, when she's ripping off...
How long has that been going on for?
Oh, no, I don't do it anymore. No, this is like when I was in primary school and high school. I don't know why, like...
No, but, like, with your new nail...
Oh, this. Yeah, that one's... No, I've had this for, like, 7, 8 years. It's like that. It just doesn't really grow anymore. It's that damaged. Like, it still, like, grows, but see, it stops there.
Yeah.
So I can grow these two here, like that, but...
Yeah.
That's just stopped. It's not going to grow past that point.
Well, this is not like that, I don't think.
Yeah, it is, because I know, because she has to rip... So she rips out, like...
No, but it's like a device. It's like, it goes under the nail.
And it rips it out. Yeah, but I'm saying, like...
And, like, bang! And
yeah, but I didn't... Like, the way her nail rips, like, I'd rip, like, a quarter as a kid, and I know, like, how the healing process would happen. So, she has to rip them out. She rips the first one out, then the second one, it only halfway does it, because... Rather than me, like, peeling it aside, the thing's, like, kind of just ripping it out like that.
No, so it's, like, getting under the nail.
Yeah, under the nail, and then ripping it.
And, like, you gotta slam your fist down.
And it rips it up.
And it rips out the nail.
Yeah.
It's like...
So she does
it hurt.
Yeah.
It would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
I would not be able to do that unless it was necessary to survive.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd be like, okay, let's get this done with.
Yeah, I didn't even know why I did it as a kid, but... Why I ripped my nail. So she gets the first nail off. The second nail she tries, but only gets it halfway. And then Mion's like, "You have to do this," and Shion can't. So these guys, they come, like, and they put a bag over her head, and they have to rip the nails off.
No, I don't think they put a bag over her head.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
So she gets the first nail off, and the second nail she can't. So the people have to hold her. One puts, like, a bag over her head.
And they put her hand in and
and they rip the nails. And she's had to get it bandaged up, and that's going to take, like...
Weeks.
Yeah. Weeks, like maybe 2 weeks. Because the infection will happen.
Yeah.
And then once the nail starts growing back, the infection will start to go away.
Yeah, so...
Which is weird, because as a kid I used to, like, I don't know, my pinky toenails... I could kind of rip them off. So I don't know why.
Oh!
I don't know why I did that, but I never got an infection on them. Just my fingernails here,
okay.
Which is weird.
Okay. We could talk about your weird nails afterwards.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, because I've done it, I know what... A similar thing. I know what the infection would be like.
After she was getting, like Gasai and Yoshira are let go. But Shion is forbidden from speaking to Satoshi.
Yeah.
Of course, first thing she does, she runs to the baseball field.
Eerie or Irie?
Eerie. It's like, Eerie.
And apologizes for lying about her. And he's quickly accepting too, like...
Yeah, everyone's
I understand.
Everyone's, like, very polite.
Yeah.
It's very surprising that they're so polite.
Yeah. Then Shion runs into Oishi and takes her to the police station and asks if she's seen Satoshi, because he's disappeared. And the worst of all, he didn't buy Satoko the stuffed bear she wanted. And so the episode...
Well, no, I don't think she wanted it. He was buying it to surprise her.
Yeah, and he couldn't get it for her.
Yeah.
So the episode ends with, I think it's Kasai... telling Shion that the culprit is not Satoshi, as the death was abnormal and copied multiple mysterious deaths. Shion realizes the culprit is Oyashiro's curse. I don't know why it's the A isn't there.
Oyashiro.
It's Oyashiro, right?
Oyashiro.
Yeah, okay, so...
Anyway, moving on to our final episode for today.
And it tripped me out, this one did. And the episode tripped me out because, like, as we get later on, it started to trip me out. But at the police station, Shion is talking to Oishi, wanting to know who this abnormal suspect is. And he says he thought the suspect was Satoshi, but then explains that the abnormal suspect was already dead.
So Satoshi was already dead.
Not sure if it was because he unalived himself or she. We don't know who this abnormal suspect is, but whoever it was unalived themselves. You can't say the S word now on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this person either unalived themselves or they were deranged and did some cause.
And this happened at the prefecture police department, and this abnormal person mentioned something that Oishi thinks could be relation to Oyashiro's curse, but Shion doesn't want to hear it. She's just done with it because her love interest is dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, and at the library, Shion is trying to piece together the curse and figure out if it had to do anything, like if it had to do with Satoshi's disappearance.
And is then snuck up on by mayonnaise. I say that because mayonnaise.
Really?
Mayonnaise. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and she knows quite a bit about Oyashiro's curse. Though the deaths are separate, each victim was killed based off the same intent.
So yeah, the curse kills one person every year. Another disappears as a sacrifice, and the more deaths there are, the more sacrifices there must be. The usual.
Yeah, and so Mayonnaise is researching the unknown history of Hinamizawa, and we learn it was originally called Onigafuchi Village.
Which we sort of learnt in previous episodes.
Yeah. We also learn about how half-demon wizards would descend the mountains and kidnap humans to feast on, which kind of reminds me of...
Excuse me, hold on. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, So, you got these... She says it. These half-wizard demons...
The half-demon wizards...
Yeah, would descend the mountain and kidnap humans to feast on.
Okay, I just had to ask you to repeat that because that sounds like the most unbelievable sentence you've ever said.
Really? Yeah.
For this whole show.
Yeah, there's a theory actually, a Harry Potter theory, where Voldemort makes the Horcruxes, and one of the things he has to do is, it's never stated, it's meant to be like a vile act against human nature, and the theory goes that to make it, you have to like consume a person, like everything, head to toe.
No.
That's one of the theories that goes, because JK never says what the actual thing is. She only says it's like a vile act. It's not just killing like a person to rip the soul to make a Horcrux. There's something even more vile involved, and people believe it's cannibalism of a victim you kill.
Although in the movies, Harry Potter was revealed to be one, and
yeah, but he wasn't a natural Horcrux.
No, he was.
No, because we have to get back on topic, but essentially the killing curse backfired, and when Voldemort's body destroyed, a piece of the soul survived, and in a desperate act for survival, it latched onto the only living thing it could find. So, for example, if there was like a cat or a mouse, it could have gone to them.
An ant.
Yeah, and essentially, that's why Harry's scar burns whenever Voldemort appears. The soul's trying to get out and go back to them. But yes, getting back on topic.
But yeah, the victims of these half-demon wizards were go like fish, and the entrails were dragged out.
I still can't believe that's in there. Half-demon wizards.
Yeah.
Mio's words, not mine.
Yeah, which is where a whole Con-Drifting Festival comes from in the show.
Yeah. And we also learned that the sacrifice ritual involves drowning the sacrifice in Onigafuchi Swamp. And this knowledge shocks Shion, who thinks Satoshi might be down there.
Excuse me. He should be dead if he's down there.
Yeah, but the body would be there. I think that's what she means.
Anyway, Mio gives Shion the research notes so that she can learn from it. And so yeah, Mion goes to Shion's home.
Yeah, and they get to talking, about girly things, grannies, ripped nails, the usual stuff.
Yeah. It's like the whole new fashion.
Yeah. And so Mion then says she wonders where Satoshi is, and this isn't Shion who's saying this, which causes this topic causes her to release the demon.
Yeah, who tags Mion.
And she's choking her on the floor. It's like, what did you do?
Where is he?
Yeah, and then when
she releases her inner Batman.
Yeah, and Mion kind of grabs her arm that's choking her like that, and
that's when we see Mion's also missing three males.
Yeah,
three fingernails.
Which again reminds me of the Prestige with the twins when they do the magic act and two of the I believe it's two of the fingers that get removed from one of the twins, so the other twin has to get their two fingers removed, so they could continue the ruse.
But yeah, Mion says she yelled at Granny to leave Shion and Satoshi alone. And so she willingly did it.
Yeah, because the grandma said, you do this and I'll leave them alone.
And Shion believes her and lets the demon reside in her.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mion later on experiences a glitch in the Matrix where she hits her hand on a parked bike, which, how could you hurt yourself hitting your hand off a bike?
Damn it, the engine's so hot.
But would you kick it over in anger?
I don't know, some people have very, anger issues, you know?
Yeah. Well, Shion's part of that group, I guess.
Yeah. And then she's like, wait a minute.
Deja vu?
But that's a glitch in the Matrix if you see deja vu.
Yeah.
And the owners aren't happy, and it's the same
the same three people, so yeah, she is literally reliving a moment.
And they don't even bring it up. Do you notice that?
What?
They don't bring it up, hey, you're the girl from last year.
Yeah, they don't bring it up at all, it's just hi.
So yeah, and this is actually here is where it's kind of fast forwarded.
Yeah, we're fast forwarded back to current year.
Yeah. And so
the next June.
Yeah. And so the owners aren't happy, and just when Shion is about to taser them,
Satoshi shows up.
But it's not Satoshi, it's
Kechi. He's a Satoshi villain.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me of Kingdom Hearts there, where the faces
Sora?
switch. Yeah, Sora and Roxas. You know, where the faces kind of...
No.
At times.
I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
Because, long story short, Roxas is kind of a copy of Sora, kind of a reincarnation version.
Anyway, later on, Shion learns about Keiichi from Mion, and we get some more time skip stuff. And Mion's not happy that Rena's the one with the doll.
It's Shion tells Mion to act super girly like Rena to try and win his affection because...
So we're basically seeing behind the scenes of character actions.
Yeah.
For earlier episodes.
Yeah. And so at the Cotton Drift Festival, Shion disguised as Mion is walking with Kechi when the real Mion shows up. The two have a tug of war using poor Kechi as a rope.
I don't think it's the actual festival day. It's they're setting up for the festival.
Yeah. Shion ends up letting go, and before she leaves, Kechi pets her on the head. It's yes, now F off. so when she's gone, Shion is sad that Satoshi is gone, wondering where he went. You hear this light breeze something like that.
Don't you hear cicadas in it though?
Like a little whisper. But it's just kind of like that, and you hear something like that.
But but in that breeze, she realizes where Satoshi has been this whole time, which is apparently around her.
Yeah.
Or something.
He's one with the Force.
At night, Shion runs into Takano and Mio and tell her they're going to break into the ritual shrine. Shion wants to investigate and brings Keiichi with him, hoping Twin Sis won't be mad if he's with her, and hoping to find out answers about Satoshi. At the shrine, Shion keeps hearing this tapping sound.
It's but on wood?
Yeah. I don't know if there's some wood over there, but...
Yeah, you can't hear,
Yeah.
And it's and that starts, it's is it you, Satoshi? Yeah. It's no.
Yeah, no one else can hear this,
Yeah.
Except on wood.
It's I
have no wood near me.
It's
except that drumstick.
For people that have tinnitus, the ears, they hear a... You ever see in movies where there's an explosion, the people just disoriented and you hear
Yeah.
so it's like they can hear it because of their ears.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how she's hearing that and the others can't.
You wrote hour later. Was that supposed to be hours later?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, hours later, Shion is at home and she's like, I can't sleep.
because like after the knocking, she's scared and it's like, Kechi, let's get out of here.
Anyway, so she goes for a walk and hears Mion and Gray talking about Mio and Takano. Shion comes to the conclusion that the curse has happened a fifth time.
So it happened the fourth time with Satoshi and Granny, and now it's happening a fifth time.
Oh no, Satoshi and the aunt, not Granny.
Sorry, the aunt.
Yeah, his aunt.
And we get a flashback to not the previous episode, the episode before, where Renner is mentioning about Oyashiru's curse.
Yeah. That someone is always watching and following, who stands over your pillow at night. Shion realizes that this has been happening to her since she entered the shrine. Hand grabs her from behind and is revealed to be Mion.
I thought it was like an evil version of her for a second.
It'd be funny
like
if it was. It's like there's a third one. It's like it actually turns out there's triplets.
Yeah.
It's
God.
That'd be hilarious to see.
It's kind of like when it's like who stands over your pillow at night. It sounds like imagine like a horror.
It
version
sounds like
of
the
Santa
Boogeyman.
Claus. No, Santa Claus.
Boogeyman.
He sees you when you're. Imagine this Renner saying that. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. And like this turns like the horror face. So be good for goodness sake. Like Krampus.
If only the show was ever got to December.
Yeah. You ever see Krampus?
No.
It's like this evil version of Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
no.
It's like, if you lose your Christmas cheer, then you're done.
Anyway, we should probably end this episode here. We've reached the end of our notes for the 3 episodes that we've got here today.
Yep.
We're at a good time of like just under 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyways, links will be in the description to both of Bailey's channels and both of my channels as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding. No.
It's the Christmas song.
You gonna do your actual sound?
Oh yeah. Dong dong da dong dong dong. I don't know, there's so many.
Anyway, I'm Ava out.
And I don't know, the guy, the Ugandan guy.